Hey everyone, Kelvin here. We're back for some 15-10 rapid, and we got the black pieces this time. Okay, so we're playing against the London system. Let's see. What is the best way to play against the London system? Maybe do some kind of like Queen's Gambit type move. Idea is if he takes, I can push here and open up an attack, and they would have to do a lot of work to try to keep that pawn. Okay, makes sense. The follow-up is usually this, to try to attack this weak pawn. So I don't really know what I'm doing, but I tend to know that those are the weaknesses of the London system. Probably soon after, we're going to play some developing moves. Queen can always come back, but now we're threatening this. Ooh, okay, interesting. This is the classic queen trade scenario, whereupon if I take, then this comes open and then the rook gets unleashed. Hmm. I could take. If he takes, I just take. Then he'll take. Or I can develop. Develop seems reasonable. But then they could take, and then I would have to take back or give up. Oh no! I have the protection of this bishop here, so it's okay. Okay, let's just develop first. I don't see anything glaring. Okay. Open up that bishop. That makes sense. I heard that pushing this pawn is never a good idea. So it's never a good idea. I don't want to do it. I think I want to get this bishop out before pushing this pawn. So I think he's just trying to finish his kind of London system opening. I see. I think the idea being if I take, they develop with tempo. Well, this is out now, so I can't. This square is unprotected. I could bring this here to put greater pressure, but I feel like I think this is okay. We might get a like a takes, and then I have to take. Or I might have to yield. Oh no, I can't. This is covering this square. I could try to take down this bishop, because it's got no way back. It's got here, here. This is a safe square for it. But these are not. This is the only safe square for now. Okay, he takes. This is my only take back, so I gotta do it. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I could drop this back here. Or I could just leave it there. It is protected. I just need to break the pin before something really bad happens. But I don't see an issue. Oh, I can actually castle because it doesn't cross through the path. Maybe I just push this and then fiend shadow my bishop. It seems to have a pretty decently strong square. Oh, actually no, that doesn't look too strong. It looks stronger if I can get it like here or something. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, I see. Going for this square, blitzing out some moves. Okay, another idea is to bring this knight back here so I can control the square. I don't like that so much because I really wanted to like sink this in here. I could also go here, but then he could just kick me. And then I don't have a really good square for it. So, okay, I'll bring this back here to control this square. Because this could get overloaded. I mean, the worst case is I would lose my doubled pawn, which is not the worst thing in the world. Okay, so goal now is get this bishop out, castle. Okay. He bides his time. I'll go here, control this square. Okay, the piece comes in. So that's what we wanted to guard against. So let's do that. Can I trap this bishop somehow by putting that there? I just think I can always cement it there. This is a weak square for me, so it's a good square for the bishop. Cool. And then I think I can safely castle and cover this attack right here. And now I'm safe to grab this bishop if it does not move. The pin is now broken. I've gotten castled. I've completed my development. He has yet to complete his. Queens are off the board. Hopefully that helps. I lose a lot of games where the queen is just... I just don't really know where the queen is going to go. Maybe I can get in there at some point. Cool. I think I'm happy to trade this knight for this bishop and weaken the dark squares for him. This will become a target as well. Yeah, I can, I guess, pull that out and then push this pawn up or something. Push. Push. Makes sense. Okay, my center control is looking pretty good here. I don't think I actually want to push this pawn because it's controlling the squares that this knight wants to jump to. I can see myself pushing this to kind of keep the bishop from getting back. I think it does get into a little bit of a danger zone, so I think it has to be a little bit careful. But I think you can just fix it there. So I'm just trying to think through what my plan is at this point. Maybe start pushing and then bring my rook out. Bring it up here, put it here. I can threaten this. Can slide this over here. Attack this, bring this in here. So yeah, we have a little bit more of an attack going on this side. Maybe I should just play this at some point to just kind of make this bishop useless on this side. But I think the problem with that is then you could just play this to open things up pretty quickly. Interesting. Interesting. I could go here and try to open it up. That seems like a good plan. It's a good square, nice and strong. Either got to run back or maybe run over here. But then I think I can just take that pawn freely. Attacking this square. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to keep this bishop. Let's repeat the move and see what he does. Okay. Interesting. That can create some weaknesses. Let's do it. Now he's got those double isolated pawns. That's fine. And then I can come in and attack this pawn because nothing can defend it. Same with this one. So let's try that. Let's try that. I like the control that my bishops have right now. Maybe you can just bring this over. I really want to be able to... Oh, interesting. That I find to be an odd move. Because then he just kind of yielded his control of this file. Interesting. Let's just actually let's see if we can double this up. Ooh, blitz that one out. Okay. Let's just drop this back then. I think he's trying to harass my bishop. Yeah, this seems like a good place to drop it back to. Because then he can't come into either of these squares. Obviously, I want to bring this over at some point. Gotta watch my clock, as always. So we attack the king side, we attack up this open file, we attack these weak pawns. I think that should go a pretty long way, and then just look for the threats. This is a pretty bad rook right now. This bishop is not doing too much. Yeah, maybe I could have even brought this all the way back, but I definitely want to bring this rook over soon. Interesting. I guess that's not that interesting. He wants to activate his pawn. That's okay. I think it's okay if he takes. So I'm just going to double this up. If he takes, I take, and then I guess I can stick that there to blockade or something. Maybe he'll try to trade that off. Do I go here or do I go here? Let's go here. I want to stop this push. I guess then he can push this. But I don't really know how he's going to protect it. Maybe I can come up. Yeah, these pawns are actually kind of cramping my rooks, because I really want to try to get something onto this file and then create a pin so that this pawn can't protect this knight. The other thought is maybe takes, takes, takes. I guess he can come down and do takes here. But do I have a threat? Do I have a threat? Maybe I can just come up to the 7th, try to grab this pawn, and get my other pawn, get my other rook over here, and then just start going ham. Okay, that makes sense. That's kind of nice, actually. Let's come up here. Maybe we could even come up here and grab the pawn. Not really sure where it's what's gonna defend it at this point. Yeah, grab the pawn, create the pin. That seems safer than trying to battering ram this, because I like the protection that I have and the control of the center that I have right now. This pawn is nicely defended. These pawns are kind of useless. Even though these are my weak pawns, nothing is really happening over there because it's hard to maneuver over to that side. Okay, that makes some sense. I think. They want to protect that pawn. I will then come here. Try to see if I can grab this pawn. And then afterwards create the pin. I guess he can actually come here as a way to protect this pawn, in which case I might just ignore it and move on to something else. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. I will ignore that. I will create the pin here. Yeah, I'll create this pin. If he doesn't, I guess, reprotect this knight somehow, which he can't, or move his king out of the pin, then oh, I think he just hung his knight. Oh, not quite, not quite. Let's see. I get the knight, but oh no, this is protected, so I think we're good. I guess if I have the chance to trade, I might as well trade, right? No. Yes. Okay, let's just grab this then. Okay, let's take that first. Grab this. Guess we can push this here with tempo. I'm up a piece. Okay, let's just bring this back to a safe place. Gotta watch out for this guy now. If anything, maybe I should just start marching over just to be safe. All right, we're up the piece. So now the question is, can I fucking close this out? Yeah, I think, yeah, planting my king here is probably a good safe move. I wonder if he can just, oh, yeah, that is what I was worried about. Takes. Push. Well, I can't see anything other than this. Can he sacrifice everything? I hope that's not the critical error. If I come here, he just promotes, and it's looking, that might just be checkmate. If I come here, takes, take, or just promotes, but then I take, take. Can he do anything other than take? Okay, I think that's my only option here. Ooh. No, I have this. I do have that. I have bishop g6 covers the important square, I think. Please let this be good. Now what? Do I bring this over here to dislodge this bishop? Um, dislodge the bishop, dislodge the bishop, dislodge the bishop. He needs to like come back to here or something. Okay, I should win now, I think. Yeah, I can't really see him having a chance against all these pawns. Could have grabbed that pawn. I can just keep him along the back rank. And then my king can go and win. Oh, yes! Now we're talking. Okay, that was a good, decent comeback. I thought I peed myself for a second because I thought I blundered, or I somehow blundered him back into the game. Okay, that one felt good. Played some weird London opening. I did my best to exploit the weaknesses of it. He basically did what I want him to do. Things started getting kind of weird because of this pin right here. So I really didn't want this to come in, this to come in. Now this is overloaded. I lose the pawn, albeit a doubled pawn, but I mean, then things start falling apart and he's basically invaded. So I drop this back in here to allow myself to do that. He castles, which kind of gives me some time to develop and then do my castling. And then that was the move I wanted to protect against. So I go ahead and just grab that, and then I get my castle. So this is protected. I'm completely developed. He's almost developed. But I haven't lost anything I didn't want to lose. And yeah, at this point, I can take the bishop. So I'll saddle him with a weakness and then trade a knight for a bishop, which I'm perfectly happy with. The idea here is push this. If he takes, I can take here and open it up. Sometimes when you offer people something to take, they're like, oh, well, if he wants me to take it, I don't want to take it. So I don't take because I didn't want him to be able to hop in with this knight. So I think that wouldn't have been too bad, but I do this instead to kind of see what he does. Thinking maybe he could try to like jump in here, but then I think I could just like take and kick it. So I don't want to give up the bishop, and I'm not really sure what the right move is. So I just repeat, seeing if he will actually repeat the position. and he doesn't, which is good. So I think then that allows me to just take the pawn, saddle him with another weakness, double isolated e-pawns. And I kind of just sit on that, I think, for the rest of the game, like kind of hold this position in the center, try to control this file since it's the only fully open file, and then just exploit these weaknesses, attack these pawns when I can, force him to defend. I actually thought he should have just brought this over because this guy was doing nothing the entire game anyways. And then maybe he was worried about something else. But I wasn't a fan of this move right here, of giving up on this file. I'm like, okay, if you're going to give up the file, I'm going to double up over here. I don't want to give up these two bishops. They're too strong. So I'll drop this back here. This doesn't need to be defended anymore, but the rook's already out of position. So I drop that back to make sure I keep the bishop, and also importantly, control these two squares so that the knight can't jump in. Yeah, the knight can't jump in, which is good because that can kind of, I'm a little cramped in that section of the board right here, which, yeah, the knight coming in would make it even more annoying. So I think at this point, he's just trying to open it up. I don't know, maybe this would have been okay. I didn't really want to bring his bishop back into the game. So I figured if I took, he would take, and then now this becomes a weakness for me. Maybe that's fine because I can just plant this bishop here. And his bishop's not really going anywhere. But I decide to just push forward with my plan anyways. And he tries to kind of create a weakness there, but I just move my bishop to protect it. And then he pushes that, I think, just to kind of gain some space and maybe try to make me uncomfortable. Maybe it becomes a promoter. I mean, that's his plan later. I put this up here so that I can continue protecting squares that this knight can jump into. I just don't want him to invade. Then I bring this up here to attack this and eventually try to create this, putting pressure on this knight because this is a defender and this is a defender, but I'm trying to make this not a defender by creating a pin. He defends, which makes sense. Now I create the pin. And then this is where I think he blunders. This is just a free knight for me. I was scared at first. I thought it was a fork, but I think after takes, it could take, and then maybe this, and then the position gets a little bit uncomfortable for me. But I'm like, I learned my lesson last time. You know, once you have the piece, bag the material and run away with it. Once you have, John Bartholomew taught me this. If you're ahead of piece, we like trades because that increases the proportion of imbalance that I have in my material. So rooks come off the board, I gain my piece, and now it's a matter of, can I? Yeah. I think I should have realized what kind of threat this pawn is, and then just stuck this bishop here as a blockade. It got very scary when he dropped this in here. I had to take back, but then I had to find the right move here, and I was like very close to just playing this, because then at least it's bishop versus bishop, and I'm up a pawn, so I might be able to find a way to win this, but I have to show some good endgame technique. But then, whoo, I looked at the last second and I saw I can cover the promotion square with this bishop. He can win my bishop, but that's pretty much it. So that basically means it wasn't worth it for him, or not that much worth it for him to, actually it was probably worth it for him to sacrifice that rook because he got two of my bishops for it. I guess a rook and a pawn for the two bishops, so it's almost even. I felt like that pawn was his last bit of counterplay, so being able to get rid of his pawn was great for me. I didn't care. So at this point, I'm just like, give me these, give me these. Yeah, I thought Oh yeah, maybe, nope, he couldn't go there. Yeah, I thought maybe he would go there or something, but he can't. So he's going after my pawns, and then after takes, I put everything on dark squares and he's screwed. Like, I can just go back and forth, take up all these pawns. King is staying here forever, and this king is about to go have the adventure of its lifetime, picking up all the rest of the pawns, and we just push these pawns to victory. So let's check the analysis. Let's see, did the other guy request analysis? Nope, he doesn't care. Let's take a look. Looks pretty even. Says I should take there, but still pretty even. Says I should push there. Oh, wow. Yeah. I think after looking at this some more, takes, I can't actually take back because it blunders the rook. So I should have not brought my bishop out in that case, but he decides to just give check, and I guess I made the right move of bringing the knight out, and then he finally gives in and then gives me this open file. Not really a big deal. I think it gave him a nice weak square to sit his bishop on too. This pin ended up being kind of annoying. I'm not really sure what that threatens. Yeah, the computer seems mildly okay with that for me. Very even game up till now. Oh, wow. It likes long castles. It just likes not even castles. It just wants me to break the pin, but I castle. Looks like it's a fine move. And then, yeah, at this point, I think that he didn't like that move. Yeah, he liked me, I guess, infiltrating in the back ranks, which makes sense. Kind of cramps up space for my rooks, but this gives up these doubled. Oh, interesting. It doesn't like that too much. It likes me pushing my G pawn actually, which is kind of odd if you ask me. Um, G pawn, interesting. Repeat. Yeah. This seemed like pretty good for me to create these weaknesses. Attack the weak pawn. Oh, it does like that. What do we not like about this? Oh, ha! I didn't even see that. And I was here, and me here being like, oh, you should activate that other rook. Well, thankfully, I opened up this file, meaning that rook is stuck on pawn guarding duty for the rest of its life. I put that there. I want to bring this back. It doesn't like it that much, but I think it's not that big of a deal. Maybe it likes me always having a threat on this pawn, but that's okay. Ooh, interesting. A push here. That is not something I would have thought of. What happens after takes? I guess it's good because I have a pass pawn. But I can still create a pass pawn. Ooh, it really doesn't like that. Yeah, I think maybe I should have blocked the pawn. Oh, it does like that. Interesting. Oh, wow. White is ahead at this point. I wonder why. Because I felt pretty comfortable in this position. Strategically, this position made a lot of sense to me. Ooh, yeah, and then there's the blunder. Yep, it likes take, and then, oh, wow. Oh, not quite. Okay, yeah, I was never in trouble. I just had to find the right move. So I wonder if I played this. Wow! Wow, I would have blundered mate in two. I didn't even see that. The in-between move to give checkmate. Just to show it. I mean, that's nice. That's the stuff I've been working on. Then he has to come away, and then he promotes to a queen with checkmate. So, wow, that would have been a really sad ending, and I would have kicked myself so hard after seeing that, I had this. So I'm like, get this frickin' shit out of here. I do not want any of it left. And then yeah, the rest is history. I can't lose in this position. But good game, Game King. Good game, Game King. Yeah, I needed that one. I was on a little bit of a winning game streak. So that didn't feel too good, but not about winning or losing. It's about learning. And I felt like I applied my lessons from previous games and was able to get a better result. So learning, getting better. Got my lesson tomorrow, so let's keep it going. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.